What if you could pass your home directly to your children or grandchildren, without a will, without probate court, and without losing your Medicaid benefits, all with one simple legal document? It sounds too good to be true, but it's real, and it's called a Ladybird Deed. In this video, I'm going to break down exactly what a Ladybird Deed is, how it works, who it's right for, and the mistakes you need to avoid. If you own a home and care about what happens to it after you're gone, this is one of the most important videos you'll watch this year. Welcome to Economics 1144. If this kind of plain English legal and financial education is helpful, please hit that like button and subscribe. Now, let's get into it. So, what exactly is a Ladybird Deed? And where does that unusual name come from? A Ladybird Deed, officially called an Enhanced Life Estate Deed, is a special type of property deed that lets you keep complete control of your home while you're alive, and then automatically transfers it to your chosen beneficiaries the moment you pass away. No probate, no court, no delays. The name Ladybird actually comes from President Lyndon B. Johnson, who reportedly used a similar deed to transfer property to his wife, Ladybird Johnson. The nickname stuck, and now it's used in several states across the country. Here's what makes it different from a regular life estate deed. With a Ladybird Deed, you retain full power to sell, mortgage, or change the deed at any time during your life, without needing anyone else's permission. You are completely in control until the day you pass. Let's walk through exactly how a Ladybird Deed works in practice. You work with a real estate attorney to draft the deed. The deed names you as the life tenant with enhanced rights, meaning you keep control during your lifetime. It also names your beneficiaries, often a child or children, as the remainder beneficiaries. These are the people who will automatically receive the property when you pass. When you die, the property transfers directly to your named beneficiaries, automatically by operation of law. They don't have to go to court. They simply record a death certificate with the county, and the property is theirs. Compare that to leaving a home through a will. With a will, your family may wait 6 months to 2 years for probate court to approve the transfer, paying court fees and attorney costs the entire time. A Ladybird Deed bypasses all of that. Here is where the Ladybird Deed becomes truly powerful, especially for anyone planning for long-term care. Many people don't realize that if you need Medicaid to pay for nursing home care, the government may try to recover the cost from your estate after you die. This is called Medicaid Estate Recovery. In many states, that means they can go after your home. But here's the key. In states that recognize the Ladybird Deed, the home transferred through a Ladybird Deed does not go through your probate estate. And Medicaid Estate Recovery typically only applies to probate assets. That means the Ladybird Deed can protect your home from Medicaid clawback, letting your family keep the house you worked your whole life to own. It also means you do not have to give up your home to qualify for Medicaid. Your home remains in your name, you keep control, and your family is protected. That is an enormous benefit for families planning ahead. The Ladybird Deed also comes with important tax advantages, particularly the stepped-up basis rule. When your beneficiaries inherit your home through a Ladybird Deed, they receive what's called a stepped-up cost basis. That means the property's value is reset to the fair market value at the time of your death, not what you originally paid for it. Why does that matter? Let's say you bought your home for $80,000 in 1985, and it's worth $350,000 when you pass. If your child inherits it through a Ladybird Deed and then sells it for $350,000, they pay zero capital gains tax. None. If instead you had added your child to the deed years ago as a co-owner, they would inherit your original cost basis and potentially owe capital gains taxes on the full gain. The Ladybird Deed avoids that problem entirely. Now, An important limitation you need to know. Ladybird deeds are not recognized in every state. As of now, they are only available in 5 states: Florida, Michigan, Texas, Vermont, and West Virginia. If you live in one of those 5 states, a Ladybird deed can be an incredibly powerful estate planning tool. If you live in a different state, there are alternatives, like a transfer on death deed, a revocable living trust, or other estate planning strategies that can accomplish similar goals. An estate planning attorney in your state can walk you through your best options. For those in Florida especially, the Ladybird deed is extremely popular and widely used. Florida attorneys use them routinely for homeowners who want to protect their property from probate and Medicaid recovery. A Ladybird deed is a powerful tool, but there are a few things you need to watch out for. First, make sure you work with a licensed real estate or estate planning attorney in your state. A poorly drafted deed can cause major problems down the road, including failed transfers or unexpected tax issues. Second, if you have a mortgage on your home, check whether the deed could trigger a due-on sale clause. In most cases it won't, but it's worth confirming. Third, if you're going through a divorce or have complicated family dynamics, multiple marriages, stepchildren, or family disputes over property, you'll want to think carefully about who you name as beneficiaries and make sure your overall estate plan is coordinated. And finally, a Ladybird deed is not a substitute for a complete estate plan. It handles your home, but you still need a will, healthcare directive, and power of attorney to protect yourself and your family fully. Here's what I want you to take away today. Estate planning doesn't have to be complicated or expensive. A Ladybird deed can be one of the most valuable things you do for your family, protecting your home from probate, from Medicaid recovery, and from unnecessary taxes, all for the cost of working with an attorney for an hour or 2. If you live in Florida, Michigan, Texas, Vermont, or West Virginia, talk to a local estate planning attorney about whether a Ladybird deed makes sense for your situation. It very likely does. Thank you so much for watching Economics 1144. If this video helped you understand something that will protect your family's future, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more plain English financial and legal education. Drop your questions in the comments. I read every single one. I'll see you in the next one.